Sandy gave us a glimpse of what Mother Nature can do. Then as temperatures dipped, a nor'easter followed, which meant it was time to get those woolens out. But beyond the storms, nature also provides us visions of extraordinary beauty. In the autumn, people travel to view what nature has to offer. We all know that during the fall, trees change color, and fall foliage never fails to surprise and delight us. But have you wondered about the science behind the changing colors?
It's mostly deciduous plants, though evergreens do tend to have fall color, and the trees and deciduous plants are just preparing for winter.
Jessica Schuller has been a botanical expert for over a decade and comes to work every morning in a forest. As the director of the Bronx Botanical Garden, she has been closely watching the change.
Well, it's just that the trees have invested lots of energy into producing these pigments so that they can make their sugars throughout the growing season, and they want to reserve that for winter. So they suck it back in and break it all down, and as they're doing it, the different layers of these pigments show through in fall.
But you may still wonder why the maple leaf turns bright red, and where do the yellows and oranges come from?
As the days start getting cooler in September, the plant knows to start breaking down and reserving all of those proteins and things that make up the green pigment or chlorophyll in the leaf. So as that happens, it starts sucking all of those pigments back into the plant to reserve them for next year, and then that shows the yellows. So the yellows are there all year. They're just masked by the green. And so the goal of the plant is to have both the green and the yellow to capture different light wavelengths.
It is not only leaves that mark the change to autumn. There are some other features which may go unnoticed.
Huge bird migration that happens all along the eastern coast. So in October, so at the beginning of October, a big, huge migration of birds that were up north in the summertime are now going south to the tropics for winter. So that's a really neat thing to pay attention to and sort of visualize the different birds that are pulling through, because there's so many different birds.
And when we came in, we saw you collecting a few seeds.
Yeah.
Could you tell us more about that? What is that whole process?
Well, in the forest here at the garden, we've been doing a lot of restoration work, which involves us weeding invasive plant species or plants that aren't native to the site and are causing harm to our forests. So where we weed those out, we plant native plants in their place. And to do that in fall, when the seeds have ripened, we have to collect them so that we can propagate them in the greenhouse and plant them in the spring.
And does that happen usually in the fall? Is it like a regular thing that you do every fall?
Every fall, yeah, and it's something the plants do every fall too.
The real glory of fall is the spectacular display of color. Every autumn, we revel in the beauty of nature. But since no one can predict when snow and rain will make the colors fade, it's best to enjoy it while you can. It's a lot of fun to see how nature not only makes things work, but makes them look good too. Looking at the trees change color in the fall is just a great example of what nature has to offer on this earth. From the Catskill Mountain in upstate New York, this is Pooja Sharma for NYFA News.